Okay, so for my Cider Law final project, I decided to do a technical project on an automated retaliatory network security defense program, whatever you want to really call it. Basic premise I had of it was, well, cyber criminals rarely ever get caught for any of the stuff they actually do at under 5% of a rate, which is a serious problem. And I figured, well, wouldn't it be great if your system, when it detected people were trying to connect to it who were potentially unsavory actors, it would say send tracking software to them to figure out what they're doing, where they are, who they are, maybe send malware or malicious, things that are able to deter actors, like having an armed guard at a bank. It might not necessarily stop everyone, but it'll stop some people. To do this, I had a couple of steps I had to do. First, I had to learn how to code in Python. I had to learn how to use all the utilities I needed. I had to make it, I had to test the program. Programming isn't the easiest thing to ever accomplish. Learning Python was pretty easy. As you can see, I have this program right here. It's relatively short, but it does its job mostly. We'll get to that. After that, I had to learn how to use Scapy and Nmap. I've already used both of those utilities for classes, and I've used Nmap for work before, so it wasn't terribly difficult to read more of the documentation for them. What function calls, how to call them, things like that actually enable me to, make this program. That all went pretty well. I got this program typed up. We have the function for sniffing traffic, which just scans any and all incoming network packets and requests. This one, it calls process packet, where it analyzes each packet. If it has a valid IP layer, it will search for the IP address of that packet, source packet. So whatever device is trying to connect will have its own unique source IP address. If that address is not previously found, it's going to add it to the unique IP address and then print unique IP found. So, every computer has a couple devices connected to it. Just things like the router are connected to it. I mean, if I were to run this right now, we're going to see a bunch of other programs connect to it. Let me just try and get the zoom bar out of the way. Run without debugging because debugging, it's not useful in this case. If I run it, what we're going to see is this Wireshark pop-up, which I have no idea why, because I don't call Wireshark at all. It pops up, I don't know. And we're going to see it finds a bunch of unique IP addresses. Looky here, that's my computer. I have no idea what the rest of these systems are. Some of them could be the access point. Some of them could be local other routers, servers, other devices off the same access point. That's what I used Nmap for. And this program's just going to continuously loop until I stop it. And, every 10 seconds, it searches for the addresses again. So look, all these, all different, all unique. Stop. There we go. This all worked fine and well. I didn't have any issues with it obviously doing this. And I can run some of these packets through Nmap and we'll get a variety of responses if Nmap ever chooses to load. It's an open source network analysis software, as is Scapy. It's an open source Python repository for a bunch of stuff. So we want to paste that and we want to scan. It's gonna search through, try and find whatever it can. We see port 443 is open. That's for HTTP. That's website type ports. And it takes its time. The issue I ran into with this is DSU's network is not well set up for what I want to do. So you'll see this line of code, ping packet. if it is a ping packet type, meaning computers trying to see if your device is online and has a valid IP address. You can't ping a device on DSU's network. It just doesn't work. And there's nothing I've been able to do to get around this. Trying to use mobile data and hotspot my device. It worked once, and then it didn't. I haven't been able to fully test any incoming ping packets because I can say try to ping, oh, let's see, this device. And we're just gonna get destination unreachable. Quest timed out. So these devices are valid, but the DSU network doesn't allow me to actually test any more functionality. I've tried and tried to fix it, but I can't just sit in a subway all day trying to make it work. It's not something I'm able to do. And look, here's our Nmap results. The route that this takes, see, look, it runs through the IP servers at DSU, but it couldn't find an OS, which shows to me this is most likely, look right here, reverse proxy search of it. This is a Microsoft server of sorts. I don't care about saving changes. This has led to an unfortunate conclusion of I can't take this project any further while on campus. I simply don't have the network security settings set up that I can actually further test this and forge packets. You can use Scapy to forge packets and send out, say a ping packet. You can reply to that with data instead of just a standard echo, ping response, which could be very useful for, say, ping sweeps are a common form of attack. Well, unknown IPs are pinging everything. Reply to that IP with malware. That could be a very viable way to deter any potential attackers. But I can't do that here, but either legally and the physical network won't let me. So with all of that, this is about where I can be with the function. I've tried setting up virtual machines on my computer, both my laptop, my personal desktop. I've tried using IA Lab virtual machines, tried using computers like at my house, having my family send ping packets to me, and I can't get it to work. I plan on continuing this into the summer, trying to decode packets when I'm at home and have complete control of all of the network security at home and can allow it to do all of the things that I want. But as of now, this is the best demonstration I can get. I did learn a lot. I learned how to code in Python. It's a very powerful language used for a lot of security resources and researchers. Learned how to use Scapy better, integrate Nmap and Scapy into functions, which is they're really powerful tools that have a lot of benefits for network analysis, which is very useful for my minor of network security. But as of now, the security limitations of DSU's network mean all I can really do is find devices connected to my computer. I can't really send anything to them because I don't know what these devices are. Nmap isn't helping me, and some of these could be like DSU routers. I only want to send packets to my own devices. And I can't do that because I can't connect to them. So yeah, that's what I got.